And good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Today we have one of the first ambassador from Involve, one of the guys who started, and one of the person who bring me to the Involve world, because I was one of the first videos I see was with him. And today we have Andy Smith. How are you, my friend?
Hi, good, Nelson. Thanks. How are you doing, mate?
I'm doing fine. Today I'm
Good.
doing great. I have one of the legend guys here with us, one of the persons who can speak how everything started. Because
it's been a long time, that's for sure.
The two of us.
I'm old now, old and grey.
So first of all, I just want to say to everybody there, if you want to follow him, Andy, I'm going to leave all the links. There is this Facebook, and then you have his Instagram. I'm going to leave all the links there, and you have his YouTube channel that you can go there. You have so much content, so many videos, so many history. There you're going to lose. Then you're going to see so many riders you ride together, so many competitions. How we represent his country. One of the first guys who bring out the Ruroc that nobody was riding with the Ruroc in electro skateboard, and today you see this Ruroc everybody's using, and there is more than, I think, 9 years of experience in all your videos, my friend.
That's crazy. When you were showing the videos all like that, I didn't realize it's like, I know there's a lot, but when you're scrolling through, there's so many.
There's lots of things. I know you. I know that I was in love with one of your helms, because I think that is fantastic to have this English flag in your white helm. And I think I think that is beautiful. And first of all, my friend, like I always ask, how do you find this this sport? Do you have a background of skating or mountain longboard or something like that, or you just jump it to electro skateboard?
No, I used to skateboard as a kid. So you know, when I was a younger kid, up to the age of about 16, I used to skate. Actually, for a birthday present, I got my mum and dad bought me a brand new racing bike back then. This was in the 80s, but I didn't want it. I wanted a Santa Cruz skateboard, so I sold the bike for 120 quid and bought a Santa Cruz deck. And I used to skate on that. And my mate, so I always remember my mate Chiponi used to pull me along on the back of his bike. I would hold on to the back of his bike and skate, and we would go for miles, literally miles, with him pulling me along on the skateboard. But yeah, so that's really how it started. And then, you know, life comes along, you suddenly discover girls and football and booze and whatever else comes along. So I stopped skating probably till I was mid-30s, sort of about 36 again. And then I was just looking for a way to get to work. That's how it started. I always loved the film Back to the Future, and I was like, surely, you know, it was around about 2012, 2013 then, and I'm like, they must have invented a hoverboard by now, surely. So started Googling. There was no hoverboards, but there was electric skateboards, but Evolve didn't even exist at that point. Hey Tim.
Hello, Tim.
So yeah, I bought one of the skateboards I could find. It was an English company. It was called Electro Skate. Great first board. You know, it would go for maybe about 8 miles, but the problem was it broke, and it broke a lot. Like, constantly. So I remember once I waited nearly 9 months for a motor to get a motor on it. 9 months wait, and it was like, you know, I need something better than this for sure.
And the battery was so big, huh?
Yeah, there was all big thick things, and you know, all the boards back then, the batteries were all massive. And it was funny. I was on an e-skate forum, and that's where I found out the stuff about electric skateboard, and Jeff happened to be on there as well. And this was before Evolve was around, and he'd started posting some pictures up of his like prototype boards and boards that he was making for himself, and they just looked like, you know, so good, like compared to what was on the market at the time. There was nothing close.
But Andy, in the moment you started, the name from Involve was another name. that was not involved when they started. When Jeff started, I think was another name. I don't know what the name was that, but I think he started with another name of company.
Yeah, not
Is
not
that-
as far as I know. Not as far as I know. As far as I know, it's always been Evolve. Well, since I've known it, it's always been Evolve Skateboards.
Okay, I was thinking that in the beginning he has another name in that.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, not that I'm aware. Anyway, I always knew him before Evolve, and then he started Evolve by out of his garage,
Yeah.
and selling his house and whatnot. And then he brought this board out, and the first board was that board you showed in the video there. Actually, it was the Pintail. It was a Generation 1 board. It was before there was AT boards out, so it was all street back then, single belt drive. So yeah, it's a really good board. There wasn't even an Evolve UK at that time. So I had to get it from France, Guy and William, who still runs Evolve France. Got the board off of him. Then just fell in love, like as anybody when they ride a board, for the first time, when you're actually not having to kick and you've got that power behind you just to be able to cruise, and you first discover it and you're like, wow, and I can go for miles, and I can get to work on this thing. It's just like, wow, it's life changing. So so I got that, and then literally all I did was there was a Facebook group. I think there it is.
And today she has 8 years more. She's today she's a big girl.
Yeah,
that was in 2013. That is about 8 years ago, my friend.
Wow, yeah. I was going to say she's 16 now, and a handful.
Yeah.
It was much easier back then.
and if nobody see it in this time, she could ride it very well.
Yeah, I taught her to ride it quite
that
quickly.
was a fantastic. That was like a book of history. That is like a very, very nice thing you made for her.
This was back, it's like yourself. I was never into YouTube or making videos. This was like some iMovie thing that it sort of made the video for you. So it was like a first attempt.
But Andy, the important thing, your doctor is going to see this, and some years he's going to share with his friends and his maybe his babies, and go to show what was amazing with this father to ride together, and that is the beautiful thing. There's some videos.
She might be too embarrassed.
Why embarrassed? I think they're going to be very proud. And that is something that you're going, and for you too as a father, to see the years going and videos and everything and photos and everything, you see how everything and how we go older, my friend. The two of us.
I really like something that I never thought of. But when you start making Instagram and Facebook videos and YouTube videos and stuff, a few years down the line, when you flick back through all that stuff, and you're like, "Wow, I remember that." It's a really good way of, having those memories. Oh my God. Yeah.
If I show you mine, you're going to cry.
Oh no!
I was like this, my friend. I was very thin. And today I have 60 kilos more.
God.
It's like the double. That is very, very nice thing. So first of all, I like to tell that Andy is a guy who everybody knows, everybody loves you. Every time I talk about you, but you are a person that everybody loves a lot. Tim is here now. It's a very good thing. I think the guys from the Carve UK, they are fantastic all around the world. Everybody speak about him. You are one of the oldest ambassador from Evolve. You make so much different boards, different rides. You bring so much people together. And how did that have started with you and Jens? You was talking about that, and I stopped you. What was that? How was this magic happened with you and Jeff?
Jeff? Yeah. Well, literally, we was chatting on a forum. Then he started Evolve, and then I bought an Evolve board. And Facebook was back at that time was really something new. Facebook wasn't like it is now. So the Facebook owners group was 13 members. Yeah, about 13 members when I joined that. And now it's like over 10,000 or whatever. So, and it literally just started by posting pictures and videos. I was just enjoying my rides, and I was just enjoying being out on this amazing board. And I just popped up videos and pictures and videos and pictures constantly. And the group grew and Evolve grew, and then Jeff just turned around to me one day and said, "Do you want to be an ambassador for us?" And I was like, well, yeah, what does it mean? And he's just like, well, you just have to keep doing what you're doing, put up more videos, put up more photos, organize group rides, and whatever wherever it goes. So yeah, and of course I just like, great, we'll have some of that. So it was good.
I just want to update the involved group is now by 30,000.
13,000, yeah.
It's growing very faster and very faster. I know when we started this, that was like nothing inside.
Yeah.
That was just a paar crazy guys riding. And today, 2 days, about, I think 3 years, that was the explosion of everything. I think one of the big explosions was when you guys do this amazing event in France. That was like this crazy event in France.
World Cup.
Yeah, the World Cup, that was like an explosion for everybody, and then everybody knows that, okay, that is going to be something very big around the world.
Yeah, it was really weird how like it suddenly the Facebook group sort of grew into a reality of them people meeting up with each other and making friends, and like you say, we then had this World Cup where 50 people. It's back in, I think it was 2016. Yeah, so so we're still on Gen 1 Evolve boards back in those days, so still single motors. So yeah, they was fun, but people, 50 people I think it was from around the world turned up. So we had people from America, Australia, all over the place, Russia. It was really good. Just enjoying what they liked, and there was a competitive edge to it, but the most fun times we had at the World Cup was with after parties, the evenings where everybody's just skating around, enjoying the vibe and getting to know each other. So it was really good fun.
That I think was a fantastic. I think Involve, like always, is the only one who make most of the events for all of us. I think because maybe before was not so many groups, and you see in Facebook before when we started to find a group electric was like when you see one new, we're like, and today there's too many.
Yeah, I mean, Evolve, for sure. I think they really invested in the community from the beginning, because like I remember when I had this board, first of all, I started looking around for where could I ride my board with other people, and there was a thing called Critical Mass in London where like thousands of these bikes get together and they all go around the streets of London having a party, and I turned up there and there was one other guy on a board, and that was it. And then slowly there was 5, and then slowly, we'd be posting Facebook groups, anyone in London, anyone in England, come along to this or whatever. And that just grew and grew and grew. And at one point, I remember the mass got so big, and Jeff was over once, that we had over 50 riders on boards. And it was just like crazy going through all the streets of London and stuff. Then we all had our own little mess, which literally took over the road and went to a pub for an after party. So yeah, it's really good. But they definitely have always been behind the community events. Like, we found Matt, Kevs, and the guys. We found the place Cyclo Park in Gravesend, which was for a couple of years. And as soon as we said to Evolve, look, we got this place, we'd like to do weekend events here. They was like, yeah, just do it. Just do it. Get the weekend, get the community together. And it wasn't an Evolve exclusive thing. It was anybody who's got an e-board, just get them to turn up, come along, have fun. And then they grew and started growing as well. So, Jens.
Hello, Jens.
Yeah,
Jens is one of the guys. I make the interview with him here in Germany, and I was very surprised how many years he's riding, and I was like, this guy has lots of years too. He started
He's like been there since the beginning. We shared some good times. I always remember riding in California. I think it was the 3rd World Cup with Jens. We was cruising down a sunset, down some lakes to go and get some shopping. But yeah, it was cool.
Jens is the guy who, for all of you who don't know, I think everybody knows him, but Jens is the guy who represents Involve Germany, and I think 40 countries around Europe. Not all of them, and he's a fantastic guy. If you have something you like, you can always contact him. He's always there. He's always in the media. He's a guy who can always try to help you. And of course, I ride with him, and I go to events from him. He comes with me. We live about 70 kilometers. I don't know, 50 miles from you guys. the two of us, and we share lots of good things. And here in this region of Germany, we are maybe is the place where are more riders, and
Nice.
and it's very good for all of us to ride. But continue talking about you, my friend, and for you as a rider, I see that you always use. I see most of your videos today. You use most of the time the big wheels, the AT. Is for
Yeah.
you better the AT, or you like to ride street too?
I just like the freedom. You know, I like street wheels and stuff, and I love the extra range it gives you. And I don't think anything can give you that feel of a street wheel was so smoothness on perfect paths and on bad roads and stuff. Then I don't really like having to look out for my because I like to cruise and I just like to be in the moment and not being constantly looking out for potholes and bad cracks that there are. So I prefer the AT wheels. And also there's a lot of parks and stuff around where I live. So I like to go off road as well and do a bit of grass surfing. So my favorite wheel is the 6-inch. I love the 7-inch when they came out. And then I had the 8-inch on the MBS, but I constantly was getting punctures. But then when they bought the 6-inch out, those are my favorite wheels now because they're lower to the ground and you can just ride them wherever.
6-inch for everybody who don't know in Europe is the 150 millimeters.
Okay,
And the 7 is the 175 because we don't work with inch here, but that is a very good information for you, my friend. Do you think I see that you have two boards over there in the top? You have first of all one carbon, and you have the one of the small boards that you can have lots of fun. You don't have so much range, but you have the Stoke. And for you, my friend, I see that you have two different types of shape of decks. Do you prefer to have, because most of your boards I see that is always the carbon? Do you prefer more carbon than the
bamboos?
Bamboos?
Yeah, I think I do. But that I think is down to the wheels that I ride as well, because I love the bamboo in a street setup. And I mean, in most of my videos where you see I have a bamboo board or like normally in street wheels. But for AT, I just prefer the carbon deck. And I really like the carbon deck. I like the curves on it, the two bits at the front and the back where you can lock your feet in. So when you're going hard or you're turning, you can just, really use those ridges. So the carbon board definitely suits my style as such. But I love bamboo boards as well. And I'm a bit of a hoarder. I've got loads of boards in the loft, pretty much. all my boards I've got up there. So I've got a couple of more bamboos up there as well. And of course, back in the day, skateboards were all like that, right? There was no such thing as a carbon deck.
I have too much too, Andy. I have too much. I have 6 involves, and I think I have a new deck because Jens he sent me the one new deck for me because I want to make the back here for my lives. I want to make the first decks from all the companies,
right?
And Jens sent me one. Nice. And I'm going to put it there, but I have 6 involved, and sometimes that is too much, my friend. I don't have the Stoke because I think for my weight that is a very small board because I have I think that the range is going to be nothing with me with my weight. I prefer not to use it. I think the deck
it's definitely not a range board. Like even myself, I don't get far. If I take it easy, I could get 10 miles out of it. But normally, I ride how I ride, and I'll probably get about 7 miles. But it's not the sort of board I use for range. It's the sort of board I use when I want to go to the shops, and I just want to pick that board up under my arm easily and go in, rather than drag the GTR around behind me like a shopping trolley. So quick little journeys, just making them fun, around my parents' house or around a friend's house who's local. But anything where I want to go for a decent carve, or something for more than 20 minutes, then I'll take my GTR.
Yeah,
so
that is good. Yeah, that's why I'm going to show some videos from you guys. I think that is important for me to show it. What was this here?
Oh, the
This
crackling.
quiz. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, so
this
that's
guy. That is
it's-
all crazy guys here.
yeah.
I think the only one I don't know is this one here, but the other ones I know them
You got
all. And
Dave Parker. You know the guy in the silver Rurik. He's Matthias from Germany.
uh-huh.
He come over from Germany for that
Matthias,
weekend.
Matthias is a good friend for me.
Yeah, that's him in the silver
Yeah.
Rurik. Yeah, so he came over from the. Which is another cool thing about this, right? Because people from all over the world meet up and come over for. And this wasn't a particularly, a tournament or anything. This was just a bunch of guys having a laugh on a weekend at a place that some skaters hired out. So we mixed in with the
Do
skaters.
more.
Yeah.
I think you have to do more of this, my friend, because I think that is the fun from that. I know that we are now in a lockdown, but I think in the future we have to do more stuff of this. I think bringing the friends together is most of the important thing. I have the pleasure to have Jens here in Germany, and we try to work the two of us together. He works with Involve. He do lots of events. I do my events. I try to bring everybody together, and I think the most fun of this is seeing friends enjoying. I think that, of course, winning, everybody likes to win, but I think the most important thing is seeing the friends, having a good chat, have a good ride, and having fun.
No, definitely, 100%. That's what it's all about. And it's so easy to make friends as well, new friends, good friends, just by sharing the passion for the sport. Like everybody loves it. So,
and the good thing what you have in there, Andy, is I think the guys in UK. I love to go to UK riding because they take care of us so well, and you guys are so nice. And the last time I speak with you was about a battery, because I was riding with my. I was asking to go to UK, but because of traveling
with
with
come to the go-karting event, one of the go-kart events, wasn't it? Yeah.
Then I broke. Yeah, and the important thing you guys said to me directly, don't worry, we're going to take care of you, and that is the important thing. Community, we're taking care of everything. So, my friend, then I come to another question. Is like this: you as a rider, what do you like more? Do you like more riding in day, or sometimes you like to go and have a ride in the evening?
I like the nighttime riding is good because the roads are empty, right? Like there's lots of streets are empty, so you've not got to really worry about that. So that's really good. But I think I do prefer the daytime because of the visibility. So yeah, but like anyone, just being on the board, whether day or night, we generally have fun.
Everything we are seeing here, guys, that is everything is from videos from Andy. If you want, you go there and go to his YouTube. You're going to have all the competitions from Involve, and just have fun. I think you have content to see for 1 year with him.
This was the second World Cup in France. So this was like the off-road race day.
That was like crazy, guys. I see this. I don't know how many times guys going out of with the race and then falling and everything like that's like. But the important thing here, Andy, is having fun.
Yeah, exactly. And everyone after the race is celebrating and best of friends or whatever. So,
that is. Yeah. I think that is very beautiful. For you, my friend, what is the important thing for you? Have a nice time riding, or you want to win all the time when you go to this race?
I hardly ever win. It's just about the fun. Yeah, it's just about just the taking part and having fun. I definitely don't take part as in to win, because I certainly hardly ever win unless it's against Matt Global. He's a bit slow, Matt Global, but most people can beat him.
But, you have.
I'm an expert at crashing, if anything. But yeah, just having fun.
And the other. And for you, what do you like more, riding off road or in the street?
I like grass surfing is my favorite, I find the batteries run out too quick. So I love to grass surf, but other than that, I like tarmac. So mainly tarmac in the streets, urban sort of environment around there.
Do you prefer to go very fast, or you prefer more to carve and listen to the wheels making this special noise?
Yeah, no, all about the carve for sure. Like it's not about the speed for me. It's not 100 miles an hour in a straight line. It's just just enjoying yourself. Not even going that fast. I mean, probably cruising speed is probably only 15, 16, 17 miles an hour. But yeah, this is Aaron and the other guys. Some of my mates. These boys, they slide.
Yeah, that is the important thing. Everybody having lots of fun. Sometimes you don't need to make videos from you. You just have to show the skills of your friends, and that's the important of the community, is showing that your friends can ride very good, and this guy can ride it. He's very, very good, and he's now in lots of videos. I think the last video from GTR was there. He was showing his skills, and he's very, very agile guy. And that's the right word. Is natural. You don't have just one, and you see he's doing with this GT. That is the GT.
Yeah,
that is not.
It's not even a GTR. That's a GT that he's thrashing.
And my friend, for you, what you think is going to happen? Do you think this is going to happen? Maybe Jens is there. I don't know if he's there. Do you think if the COVID-19 goes away, maybe this year is going to happen? The involve Germany.
I really don't know. I hope so, but I really don't know. I think there's a few problems, right? There's the whole COVID thing as well, but it's also not actually staging the event, but the hassle for all the people coming to the event, like internationally. That would be something really hard on. I could imagine that would put a few people off just trying to get through the red tape of that, especially when things are so early, right? Like international travel is only just going to be opening up properly, certainly from the UK come June, July. So it's all going to be new. There's already huge queues and stuff at airports and chaos and whatnot. So I think probably people want to maybe find their feet. And it'd be maybe a year's time would be the best time to organize something, right? I don't know. Part of me wishes and hopes it could be this year, but I don't know. The logistics would work.
Yeah, and the other thing for you guys who don't know, go to the Involve if you are an Involve rider, and there is now a new content there with $5,000. I don't know. I think it's $5,000, and you can win. Yeah, that is a big competition. You can do. There is lots of types of competition you can win. You just go there and see. There is a video in Involve showing everything. What can you be able to do, and what can you maybe win? You can win lots of things.
There's lots of stuff. Yeah, and a lot of it's not this is not even set. It's just about you tag Evolve Your Spring in the video, and then when the guys are watching it, if they see something that tickles them or finds funny or is unique or whatever, they'll just reward you a prize and just give you a prize.
That is going to be the first time I'm going to be in a content. In all the years, I'm not the guy who likes to go in this, but this time is the first time I'm going to put. I have so many Involve. I love my Involve, and I say, okay, this year I'm going to make something for the first time. I'm not a guy who makes lots of videos. I make more videos from the other guys riding. When I go with rides with my friends, I feel more my friends than myself. And I see you too. Most of the time you film your friends doing stuff, and we lose more time for them than for us. And this time I'm going to make a video for maybe not to win, but to show a little how I love the Involve in my way. Then I'm going to go to another question. Is like this: what safeties do you use normally when you ride as a rider?
Normally, I would just use a helmet, like most going down the shops, going down the park or something like that. Just the helmet. I wouldn't even probably wear a Rurik. I've got a couple of other little helmets, one called Shred Ready. Just a helmet. If I'm going for a group ride, or I'm going somewhere where there's an adventure, maybe I'm doing a 30-mile, 35-mile, 2 batteries worth, Viking trail thing, I would probably put on some G-Form. Pad wise, I only really like G-Form because they just feel so comfy. You can wear them under clothes. I know like some people don't like them, but I've used those G-Forms since the start. Like literally, when I first got my first electric skateboard, I tried loads of pads. I actually ordered over £1,000 worth of pads, mail order to try on, and I sent them all back and kept the G-Form. So, because I knew you could return it, right? And I was like, there's so many different types. So literally £1,000 worth of pads, all from one place, turned up. Different elbowed pads, knee pads, the lot. And by far G-Form were the most comfiest. And I've had plenty of crashes, and they've always protected me as long as they're not loose and so they slide down. They take the impact for sure. So I like my G-Forms because they're so lightweight.
I think too, my friend. But the protection is very important.
Yeah, exactly. I got one of them lazy rolling jackets as well, the reflective one. That was really good especially in the winter or when it's a bit cold out, and you pop that jacket on, and there's so much good protection having the pads already built in. That's quite useful as well. If I'm racing or it's a competitive thing, just for the jaw and whatnot, then I'll put a Rurik helmet on. If it's something competitive where I could smash my teeth or something, because you never know if anyone's going to cut into you, right, or crash into you or cut across. You never know what's going to happen.
I think they have the same helm today.
Oh, right,
you have the silver one too.
Silver one, yeah. I
have 3 or 4. I don't know how many I have here. I have 2 of them. This one I made myself.
Yeah. Well, Rurik have always been cool, right? Like, that's such a cool company, because back when like the first World Cup was evolved, 2016, I literally had found these Rurik helmets, and I said to them, look, we're having this World Cup. Do you guys want to be involved? And I was like, yeah, no worries. And they sent me 30 helmets through the post. 30 helmets to take to France to give away as prizes. It was bad. The whole of the UK team, there was 15 of us, I think, that went to the first World Cup. We all had UK Rurik.
You don't say that, then everybody now is going to ride to Rurik. We're going to have an event. Can you please send us?
That was really good. And they've stuck with electric skateboarding and evolved since. They was there at the second World Cup. And then in California, that was just like crazy. They literally gave every rider who wanted one a Rurik helmet who turned up to ride. They had a stall there with all their stuff on. And then there was this one guy, literally on the first day, on the first race, he got a Rurik off of them because he only had an open helmet before. And he went flying off this, it was an off-road track. He went flying off this bump, flew backwards, smashed his head on the floor, literally knocked himself out wearing that Rurik. But he was able to get back up and skate the next day. And that Rurik literally saved his life. They gave him a brand new one straight afterwards as well. So he got 2 Ruriks. He smashed one up, and he got another one off him.
That is very nice. Very nice of you. But I think most of the guys, I see lots of critics of guys today talking about that is not the right one helm to use. But I think there is a limit of speed for you to use this helm. Of course, that is not a helm to go in motor. That is more a helm for you to go
motorbikes. They've got their own range for that, right?
I think that's the range for you to go to about, I don't know in miles, but about 35 kilometers to 45 kilometers per hour. When you go faster, then you have to buy a bigger helmet, a motor helmet.
No, definitely.
Of course. But if you go to this range, then it's okay.
Yeah, I think most of the criticism I've seen about the Rurik, especially the earlier editions, has all been about the face mask. How it clips on and how that takes impact. And for sure, I've had full-on face impacts, and the mask has been fine with me. But I think it's all down to especially the very earlier models. When you used to clip them in and try and clip them, you really had to push one side for it to clip. And if you haven't got that actually clicked, and you have a crash, then the face mask's coming off. But if you click it, it does the job.
Yeah, I think the new type of click is better.
Yeah,
And with the other one, you can sometimes go to your nose, and with
right.
this one, don't let you go too close to the nose. That
Yeah.
was for me the only thing. I think most of the people talk about it because that was very close. But I never listened nobody breaking his nose. But we never know.
Well, there's some videos out there on YouTube somewhere, but there always is, right? So, but yeah, Rurik never intended to be an electric skateboard helmet anyway, right? They're a snowboard helmet. They
It's a
just,
snowboard armor.
yeah, they just enjoyed the carve, and a lot of the guys at Rurik have all got Evolve skateboards and skate, and I've always skated with them. So yeah, that's
I think the
Cyclo
same
Park.
too. Mhm.
Yeah, this place
That is the good. That is the good thing by you guys. You have so many roads to ride and places to ride, and here in Germany we don't have nothing.
Right.
It's so sad for us here. Sometimes we cannot ride in the roads. When they put these small tracks for all of us, that will be fantastic. And they don't do nothing for us. It's difficult. And that's why I love to go to UK and see how many places do you have to have fun and enjoy with your friends. Sometimes you don't need to go in a road. You just have this here to have fun and enjoy with your friends. And it's different. That is the important thing.
Yeah.
For you, my friend, what do you think today you see they evolving? We are talking about you started with we started with the generation 1, we started with generation 2, and then you go to the GT, you go to the GTR. What you think, maybe in your opinion, do you think that Evolve needs to improve for you as
For me personally,
yes.
well,
You are ambassador. You are a guy who rides every day.
I think it's unique to each rider. For me, it's all about range. Like for me, it's about how far I can get, and things. I don't know what Evolve are doing in the future, but things I'd like to see is obviously more range, and swappable batteries. But swappable batteries where you can just click and clunk and plug the battery back on, not undo 6 or 8 screws or whatever. So, and with me, when I've got a battery, I would carry not a travel battery. I carry a full length battery, so a big battery to replace a big battery.
I have to take care of mine every time. I always have the extra. I have the same. I have the same like you, because I love more the carbon than the bamboo. That now I'm very I like the new deck from the GTR bamboo.
Yeah. No, it's different with the fiberglass in it. It's just a really nice deck. So yeah, I don't know. For me, it's range. That's the main thing I like to see. But who knows what's going to happen? Everyone's pushing each other. You got the 4-wheel drive boards out at the moment and stuff. Yeah, so that'll be an interesting one. I'm not too sure whether 4-wheel drive is going to be for me, because it's going to, one, affect my range, and 2, it's going to affect the carve. So I don't know.
All the guys I speak about these 4 motors, they find interesting. I speak with lots of guys from different companies, and they say that is interesting, but they always say, I stay with my 2 motors. I want to be more free in the front. I want to have this because the boards, they are weight. They are very heavy. When you put 2 motors in the front, then you're going to have more. It's going to be more heavy. Then you have to have more batteries. I see I have one big board here, and sometimes you want to carve, and it's difficult. You cannot do like this in this small thing. That is what Evolve is perfect. Small cars, very closed and everything, and you can do it with my big board. What I have here, one of them, I cannot do that. It's impossible to do that. You see the guys here from Trumpa is ping, 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 because they don't have the same like you as in Evolve. That's why I love my Evolve. Evolve is special.
It's a different feel, isn't it? It's a different courses.
I think every board, as you, Andy, do you try other companies? I'm sure you try with friends, and you know that for every I'm not a guy who like to speak and say, oh, this board is better than this one, because
Yeah.
I think every board has its way of riding and has its function. Like Involve, I think Involve has a very special function for all of us.
It's totally down to the rider, right? It's down to the individual, what works for them and what they're going to be using it for. So whereas one brand's not good for me, this doesn't mean it's not good for another brand. I know plenty of people that love trampers out there. Personally, I can't get on with them foot bindings. I've tried them, but I just can't get on with those bindings at all. But that's just my style.
I was talking with Moja, and Moja said, "Nelson, I cannot have my feet stuck in these bindings. I have to be free." There's people who like to have it. There's guys who don't want to have it, and
everyone's unique. Like whatever works for you.
That's why I always tell, look at here. Oh, look at this nice and beautiful guy. The three generations, my friend.
That's my man cave there. That's my loft, and it's not as empty as that now. There's more crap up there. But yeah, that was the third board after the first World Cup. I retired that board, even though it was still working. That was like we had a big paint party after it. So I kept all the paint on it and stuff. But yeah, that was the first gen carbon.
That was a nice machine.
Yeah, that was like the first board that I could actually properly go to work on. And I rode that board to work for over 2 years, 20 miles a day, 10 miles there, 10 miles back, for over 2 years. And that was the first board that was so reliable, and I didn't have to worry about anything, the paths, the pavements, whatever. And then, the GT come along, which was, such an upgrade really compared to going to the dual motors.
I love my GT.
Yeah. I beta tested that for about 6 months before it was released. I had that board and I was range testing it and all sorts, and it was so much fun. But yeah, and then that's when you think that's like 2016 that GT come out, and I know a lot of people give them a lot of grief around the battery technology and stuff that's in that board, but at the time there wasn't anything out that that would even match it. And you can just see from all the videos and places all over the world I've ridden that board, like I had a lot of fun on it. But then, years later, 2019, they replaced the GTR, and SAG was gone. And it was just everything that you wanted it to be. So it's perfect.
Yeah, and of course you have no problems. I think I like my carbon, the GTR today, because you don't have no problems with the water. Of course, you have to be careful, but you can ride it. You have this safety of this thing. I make a video that everybody was complaining because I put with water. I was for a ride, and I came back because it was raining a lot, and I make a douche in my and everybody was like, "Are you crazy? Why are you doing this?" And that was about 2 years ago, and nothing happened. Of course, I clean it when I came to my house and everything. I always tell to everybody, if you go for a ride, it's raining, when you come to home, open everything, clean it, everything, then you don't have no problems. If you leave it there, then you're going to have a problem.
I've got to say they've done a really good. The thing I like about the GTR as well, was you're saying about the waterproofness, or like the water resistance, is being able to jet wash it down. And I literally jet wash my board down. I just ensure all those screws are tight. I jet wash it. And then the only reason I do that, I would never have thought of jet washing it on any of my other boards, was down to Jeff, because he come over one day and we had the demo boards, and it had been a cycler park and it was dirty, and I was literally taking the batteries out. That's how we used to clean the boards in the shop. And he's like, "What are you doing?" Like, "No, you don't need to do that. I'll jet wash them." So we literally jet washed 2 GTRs, the bamboo and the carbon in front of us. And then he was like, "Right, now we'll open up and see." And we opened them up to see if there was any water in the sides. And there was nothing.
There was nothing, my friend.
So since that day, I've always, like, when I want to clean my boards, the deck, I just jet wash it. And I always check it if it comes in. There's nothing inside ever. So
it's nothing inside. It's like, I'm going to show you some very fast. I don't like to show it, but it's like this. That was me in the riding, and I came home and I cleaned it, everything, and then I don't have no problem till today.
I do the same.
Yeah, everybody was saying, "Hey, you're going to have problems with your board." That was about close to, yeah, I think in June,
Yeah.
makes 2 years. I buy it.
Yeah, well, if you did that with a GT though, you would have problems, right?
No, I have problems.
The GT, you just to spill a bit of coffee on it.
I cleaned it everything, and for me, it was not a problem. That was like, I see the safety, and I speak first of all with Jens, and Jens tell me there's no problem. I think you're not going to have no problems. And I said, okay, I'm going to try it, and because I ride it like you every day to work, and sometimes it's raining a lot, and I say I have to test it if that works or not, and that works. That's not a problem. I think that is a good thing, but that a fantastic improvement, and of course.
That being said, though, I don't like riding in the rain. If it's raining, I'm not going on my board unless I have to. You have to get back from somewhere. Right?
Yeah, but that for me was like a test to know if that works or not.
This is the video when I was saying about Jens earlier. This is where we were skating in California, going down to a shopping market. We had to pick up makeup and
that's
weed.
Jens.
Believe it or not, yeah, Jens is there. Yeah, somewhere. He'll pop up in a minute. He was definitely there.
Yeah,
there he is.
Jens is here.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah, that's fun.
You have lots of. But USA is a fantastic place for Involve today. That is a great team there too.
Yeah, with Joe and those guys. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. And that is Matthias, I think. I don't know. No, it's not Matthias.
Nick on the left, Clint in the middle, and Jens on the right there. But yeah.
And Anton is making. Hey guys, if you don't know Anton is making. If you are from France, go there and check him. He's making live interviews with riders in France now. Just go there and enjoy. That is Samu. He has a nice picture for you to remember all your life. That is the beautiful thing. So, my friend, let's go to some of what was for you as a rider one of the moments not so good for you that you say that was you have an accident or you broke your board.
I got run over going to work. Going to work one day, literally got hit on a roundabout on the road and broke my back. So yeah, that wasn't a too good moment for sure.
That is not a good moment, my friend.
No, that wasn't too good. But the amazing thing with that, what actually happened was, again, that Facebook group, the Evolve Owners Facebook group, there was probably only by that time maybe 1,000 members. It was still pretty small. They did a collection for me. They did a GoFundMe. They started a GoFundMe. Yeah, because my board had been snapped in half
broken,
and stuff. Broken or whatever. And they started a GoFundMe to replace my board. And they replaced my board while I was still laid up in bed. There was a knock at the door one day, and Mark, who was the Evolve UK guy who run the system run the company at that time, had sent a board that those guys had purchased, and he'd gone like halves with them and put the missing money in. So yeah, they'd raised the money. It was amazing, and that community was always doing things like that when it was so small as well, which was I think shows the whole community spirit. They flew Joe W over to the first World Cup after we had an accident. There was a GoFundMe to get him to come over to the first World Cup. There was another guy, Chase, who had a bad crash without a helmet. And the group bought him a helmet. So yeah, it's a little bit crazy. So.
One question: the protection what you use for your board, that is a special one for this board, or that is from the GT or this
knee
bag
pads?
here? No, this bag. This one.
Oh, it's a board cover. Cover. Yeah, it's a board cover for the bamboo. So I used the bamboo board cover on the Stoke. It fits it.
I was thinking it was a special one for the Stoke.
No, it's just a bamboo board cover. Okay. So yeah, I use that in the bag and for the car.
And how is with your bag? Do you never have problems with your bag?
No.
I have,
I,
I have my bag. The only problem I have was in on uh on the back is
yeah.
something is out, but I always listen to everybody saying that is not a very good back, and I
Yeah.
ask myself till today, is the only one you can go for a ride and have some fun with your board.
Yeah, I
And
mean, that bag you see there is the same bag that I used to work before I worked for Evolve for 2 years commuting with.
Mhm.
And I've even got the bag before that. That was the second generation bag Evolve brought out. They brought out another rucksack before that, which actually had a light on the back that lit
Mhm.
up. But yeah, I know some people said it's really weak and the zips don't last or whatever. But I've had that bag now for God knows how many years, and I still
in
use it.
zip in the zips I always have no problem. The only problem was in the back there is something is out, but that don't that
Yeah,
is not damage nothing in the way for you to take your skateboard, because I take my two skateboards. I'm a very heavy guy, and sometimes I have to take two of them. Today, of course, because of the new generation of GTR, I just have to take my extra battery. I don't
yeah,
need to take an
makes it
extra
easy.
board. It's easy for me. I have this electro machine. You just have to put it 15. I think it's 15. 15. What's the name? I don't know. You just have to unscrew it,
Yeah.
and it's but it's more than the Involve, because in the Involve was less.
Yeah. Do you use it? Have you got like a little electric screwdriver?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Always.
Yeah. It was
Yeah,
yeah.
that was the only problem what I found with the carbon, because I used so many times to open that
Right.
the that was 3 or 4 was damage
Yeah.
in inclusion from the carbon,
Yeah.
and the guys from Involved, they put it a little bigger, and today it works very fine.
Right.
I have, but was the only thing. But I don't know how many times that I open and close it, because in the
Yeah.
beginning, when was the web out from the Involve, was this contest was the one who was in first place of miles riding, and I was
Oh yeah, when the app come out. Yeah.
I was riding every day about 70, 80, 90 kilometers. One night I make 120 kilometers. I was like I was in the afternoon, and then in the evening I come back again and I do it again. I was like crazy, right? I was
Right.
in first place to, I think, for close to 3,500 miles, and then the WEP was with this problem that guys has come some guys from, and from one night to the other was with 150,000 miles,
Yeah.
and
It went
and
wrong, yeah.
I speak with Jeff and Involve, and they say that is a guy who is a problem. We have to fix it, and then I start to lose the shape, and I say, I'm not going to do it anymore. Every day, 70 miles, 70, 80 miles. And you have
Too
to
much.
keep up. You have to keep up, because the other guys every day they were was after you. And I say,
Yeah.
if you stop one day, they are close to you. Then you don't have any chance. So, and my friend, for you, we talk. I know that you speak now about one great moment, because the guys help you to fix it when you was with this problem with your board. But tell me two more or 2 or 3 very special moments that you have in this all these years with just 3 of them. I know that you have a lot, my friend.
Yeah, okay. So I guess it would be Mark going to when I first started as Evolve Ambassador of Evolve. We went to the Gadget Show in the
Mhm.
NEC, and we did that a few years, and that was really good fun. Second is going to have to be the Evolve World Cups, because I've never experienced anything like that in my life. Just the whole community thing and the vibe.
You said in France,
I would just
all
say
of them.
I just put them all together because they've all been
Yeah.
so one, like there hasn't been one that's crap. They've all been mental. That's the UK
that,
Open as well.
that was the last. That was the last one.
Yeah, that was my last crash. Yeah, I
And
broke 4 ribs doing that.
yes,
Yeah, 4 ribs.
4
Yeah,
ribs.
because the guy on the side, like his actually works for work, but he sort of cut across. But I'd already had a crash before that, so I think I'd already broken a rib or so, and he cut across, and then you see this guy on the right. He goes, his ball there, you can't see it, it's just off camera because I fall off him. But him and his ball go full pelt into my side, literally straight in where I think I'd already broken a rib at that point anyway. So
this is crazy.
And my Insta was all broken. That was I couldn't believe it. My Insta there, I picked my Insta up because it was hanging off my board, and I've literally just got it in my hand at this point when I was doing the rest of the race, like with it in my hand. But after it settled down, I can't believe it was still working. Like, and it come out, like you can see the scratch on the lens.
Yeah,
but it's still working.
That is the problem. That's the problem from Instagram. If you have a scratch, you're never going to that's not going to come out. And for you to repair it is costed so many money, close to for you to buy a new one.
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? I wish they'd do better lens covers. Proper lens covers.
Yes. That's what I think too. That why they don't make some protections. Because you see here, my is the same like you. We talk about this in private. I have the same problem, my friend. I was last week with friends, and if you see it here, my is with the same problem here in the front.
Right.
So something small, you just have to touch it. It's like it's like crazy, and you see it. So, my friend. I want to say, first of all, we are coming close to 1 hour, and that is being a fantastic interview. I know that you take your beautiful daughter to sleep. I want, first of all, to thank you very, very, very much. I hope that we see us again someday for a nice chat and something to drink and to talk the two of us. And a nice ride. I'm always open to go to UK, but now is everything closed. And I hope that you stay safe, you and your doctor. Have a nice ride always for us. Don't stop putting videos for all of us. And of course, I leave you with the last questions. The last question. The what you like to say to your friends who come here to see the live, or maybe they're going to see it later. I leave you with the last words, my friend.
No, I just say thanks, Nelson. Thanks a lot for inviting me, and I hope to ride with you soon. And anyone who's watching, great. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully we'll see you this year at some group skate or event. And just get out there and enjoy. Carve it up.
I think too. Yeah, and if you see it, my friends, just go there. And I just want to put here all the videos you see here today. That is from Andy. You're going to see, like, if you come to the videos, you're going to lose yourself.
Cheers.
There is lots of videos. Go there, subscribe, give a like, enjoy the videos, have a good time. I'm going to leave all the links there. I'm going to leave on his Instagram. He has lots of things in his Instagram, maybe more active in Instagram today. Everybody maybe is today more active in Instagram. And is Facebook too, but I think you're going to see lots of content. And of course, Liverpool with Clough always working and doing a nice job. And I hope that you have lots of fun, my friend. Thank you so much for coming, having a good night. And guys, have a good night, a good day.